Hey there, happy Monday. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm bringing back the Monday myth. It was something I did a few months ago and I've decided to bring it back in. And so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the myth that heartburn is caused by too much stomach acid. So when you have a symptom like heartburn, it's really that your body is trying to tell you that something's going on. So while you might think that this is a normal thing caused by a certain food that you ate, it's really being caused by problems with your digestion, and also things like inflammation can play a role here. So what is it that's causing this inflammation or this impaired digestion? Well, that's easy. It's stress. You have two branches to your main nervous system. It's your central nervous system and your autonomic nervous system. So your central nervous system is, of course, brain, spinal cord, nerves. The autonomic nervous system has two sub-branches. One is the sympathetic nervous system and one's the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic system is the one that regulates activity. So it's the thing that activates when you wake up in the morning to help you get out of the bed and get moving, but it's also the system that manages the fight or flight response as a result of stress. The parasympathetic system is the one that manages rest, recovery, healing, repair, but most importantly, digestion. So anytime you are stressed, your digestion's automatically going to be compromised. This form of stress that gets you into this sympathetic nervous state, okay? It doesn't have to be intense stress, like you're having an argument with someone, or you had this, really difficult thing at work, or some kind of conflict, or, like the feeling is that there's something wrong and you need to do something about it, but you don't know what to do, or you don't have the tools that you need to do it. So it feels like you're rushed or distracted, or you're kind of amped up. That can happen even if you're just distracted while you're eating, like maybe you're on your phone scrolling through Instagram and listening to me talk to you about heartburn. We talk about heartburn. It's really considered to be something caused by too much stomach acid, when that in itself is actually something that's very, very rare to have too much. The reality is that it's caused by not enough stomach acid at the right time. So when you eat under any form of stress, whether it's that you're actively like freaking out, or that you're just distracted and maybe you're driving in your car somewhere, you're in that sympathetic state, but the stomach isn't actually getting the message that food is coming. And so it's not prepared with the proper amount of stomach acid and enzymes to meet the food when it gets there. Imagine trying to make a cup of hot tea with like one drop of hot water at a time. And what this means is that eventually that cup is going to fill up with hot water, but the tea is going to be very weak. So that's what's happening in your stomach. The fluids are acidic, they're just not acidic enough. In order for the food in your stomach to move through at the appropriate time into your small intestine, it needs to be incredibly acidic with a pH of 1.3 to 1.5. When you have low amounts of stomach acid being released because of stress, regardless of what shape it takes, okay? If you're stressed, it's not going to happen in the right time and in the right order. What happens is the pH can be like 3 to 3.5, which is still pretty acidic. It's just not acidic enough for the food to move through. So what happens is the food ends up kind of sitting there for too long, and gas can build up, and it pushes some of that acidic like solution up back into your esophagus, which is creating that burning sensation, because a pH of 3 is still very acidic. It's just not acidic enough for digestion to happen. So that's where you get the burn from. The other thing that this acid does inside your stomach is it acts like bug spray. So it's killing all these pathogens. So when you don't have enough stomach acid, some of those bugs can survive. And in some cases, they can cause damage to the cells of the stomach that prevent them from secreting stomach acid, because they want to live in an alkaline environment. They don't want it to be too acidic. And so they want to kind of make your stomach a happy home for them. And so that further damages your body's ability to create this stomach acid. And these little pathogens can kind of move on through into your small intestine and just really create lots of havoc. That's where all the gas and bloating can come in. So what does this have to do with any of the other symptoms that you might be feeling? Well, first of all, you need to listen to your body. When you have a symptom like heartburn, it's because your body's trying to tell you something. These things aren't normal, they're just common. And so it's really important that you learn to listen to the symptoms that you're experiencing and start to understand what they mean, so that you can then learn what to do about them. But this is just one of the pieces in like a long chain of events, like a cascade of problems that can generate things like low energy, trouble sleeping, brain fog, horrible periods, and hormones all over the place. But the thing that usually gets our attention, though, is the weight gain. And heartburn is telling you that your digestion's not working well. And that's just going to lead to creating the perfect scenario for all these other symptoms that you're having to thrive. So the point is, listen to your body and look for the root cause. Don't just take normal for an answer. Ask why.